At 0830 hours, the mission briefing began. U.S. Air Force pilots from the 85th Test and Evaluation Squadron gathered in a small room filled with satellite feeds, weather charts, and targeting data. At their aircraft, a pair of F-15E Strike Eagles had been armed with something no one had ever seen in combat before, the QuickSink modified JDM. The mood was focused, silent. Every move was being recorded by multiple tracking systems and drones. At 0900 hours, the pilots walked out to the flight line. The Strike Eagle stood waiting under the morning sun, its metal body gleaming, its payload locked beneath the wing. One pilot looked at the bomb and quietly said, "This isn't just a test, it's the future." Moments later, the twin engines roared to life. The F-15E accelerated down the runway, lifting into the sky with thunder. From above, the Gulf stretched out like a mirror. The target ship floated 35 miles offshore, its last moments ticking away. By 0915 hours, command centers at Eglin and the nearby Naval Surface Warfare Center were fully connected. Engineers monitored radar tracks, GPS telemetry, and visual feeds from drones circling high above. The Strike Eagle crew received final clearance. Target confirmed. Proceed for QuickSink test. The pilot banked left, lining up with coordinates. At 0928 hours, he activated the weapons targeting system. A live data link locked onto the moving ship, adjusting for its slow drift in the current. The QuickSink bomb began processing real-time updates from sensors and GPS. It knew exactly where the target wasn't, where it would be seconds later. At 0930 hours, the pilot pressed the release. The bomb dropped cleanly, slicing through the air at over 600 miles per hour. For a moment, it disappeared from view. Then, from the command center feed, the camera zoomed in. A small gray streak raced downward through the blue sky. 10 seconds later, the ocean erupted. A deep explosion ripped through the ship's hull. A column of water and fire shot skyward. The cargo ship split open like paper. Within seconds, flames spread across the deck. The sound reached observers several miles away, low, heavy, and final. The crew inside the control room watched in silence. No cheering, no noise, just quiet awe. The data showed the strike had hit dead center precisely where intended. The ship began to list to one side. Within minutes, it started sinking, leaving behind a black plume of smoke. The test had lasted less than 15 minutes, but it carried a message to the world. The U.S. military had found a cheaper, faster way to sink ships. Engineers quickly analyzed the telemetry. The weapons guidance worked perfectly, even with the target moving in ocean conditions unstable. It had adjusted its flight path mid-drop to hit the most vulnerable part of the ship. The precision was near surgical. By 09 for 5 hours, news had already reached Pentagon analysts. A short classified report described the test as a complete success. For years, military planners had struggled to find an affordable way to handle maritime threats in contested zones. Now that gap had been filled.